Hello everyone, and welcome to more Trails in the Sky. We are currently still hanging out in Zeiss. We just met with Professor Russell and showed him the Black Orbment, and he ran some tests on it and cut out all power to the town. So that's as far as we've gotten story-wise. I was just gonna check on side quests and stuff before we get too far. And then we're heading back up to the central factory to try to meet with Professor Russell and the Chief again. I know it's not part of the original plan, but I want to stop by the guild on our way. I think it might be best to report on what happened yesterday, just to be on the safe side. I knew there was a reason I was going to the guild, but I thought it was to, like, report, not just talk to her, but have to actually talk to her. Good morning. That was some day yesterday, wasn't it? When you are ready, we'd like your full report on it. Business as usual, Kilika? I've heard the basics from the factory chief already, but I'd like to expand that account with some first-hand details. I see. So the orbment that was sent to Cassius in secret was in fact something dangerous. The guild is very interested in these developments. We need to continue working with Professor Russell for the present. We thought you'd say that. When we have more information, we'll contact you immediately. Oh, that was literally all I had to do here? It's irritating. I also still have the quote-unquote hidden side quest. I currently have no idea where that book would be. So I'll have to figure that one out at some point. The other one I knew, I just couldn't actually find. This one I have no idea. Tita, everyone, how are you? Professor Russell is in his workshop on the 3rd floor. He seemed pretty impatient, like he was waiting on something or someone. I can't read today. This is going to be problematic. There's so much reading in this game. Design rooms. I'll spend this one. Bah, another failure. Grandpa? We came to see if we could help. Ah, hello, Tita. And you two are here as well, I see. What can I say? We were worried. So what are you working on? Well, as you can see, I'm trying to cut into the Black Orbment, but it hasn't been going very well. What seems to be the problem? I don't know, the fact that it's almost indestructible? Perhaps the demonstration is in order. And click! Whoa, what's that thing? A table saw. It's a circular saw. It's made of a special alloy that can cut through basically anything. That ought to do it then. It stopped. I thought that might happen. It's on a smaller scale, but it's the same phenomenon as yesterday. It seems like the Black Orbment is blocking the functionality of the other orbments, interfering with them in some way, and I doubt it was solely made for the purpose of killing the lights. Yeah, but Grandpa, doesn't the effect spread like it did last night? Yes, good thinking. This interference with nearby orbments seems to spread out, moving from orbment to orbment like chain lightning. I put the range at about 50 arg, but if there are no orbments powered on within that range, well, then that's where the effect stops. I see, that makes sense. However, even with that knowledge, there's no way to know why it causes machines to simply stop without getting a look inside it. It's very troubling. Is there any way to destroy the thing? Maybe with a good scream or a really hard whack? Don't be ridiculous. Didn't you see the big saw do exactly nothing to it just a moment ago? Well, yeah. Anyone thought of trying fire? Oh, Estelle, I love you. Maybe it'd melt down in a blast furnace or something. If we did that, the insides of it would melt too. Oh yeah. Well, it was worth a shot. Actually, it might work. Really? You know of a way to burn it open? No, that's not what I meant. Orbital power, that which drives orbments to work, can't be used for this problem. We'll have to find a way that doesn't rely on any orbital energy. Is there even such a thing? The combustion engine. It's a device that burns fuel to generate energy. The idea's been around for a long time, but it's very inefficient when compared to an orbital engine. However, all you need to work on them are standard tools. Huh, neat. I get it, fire is the key. But Grandpa, I've never even seen one of them. I'm pretty certain that there's one understudy in the Central Factory workshop. Oh, you'll need to get fuel as well. Like oil or something? No, it's called gasoline. It's extremely flammable. There's likely a tank or canister of it stored in reserve. Yes, it should do the job. I'll start getting the tools ready. I'll help. Is there anything we can do? I mean, I can't do anything super technical like Tita can. Well, you could go and get the engine and gasoline. It's going to be very heavy, but you bracers should be strong enough to move it. Okay, leave it to us. So, where would we find these? Let's see. Don't tell me that you've forgotten. I've forgotten. You just said not to say that. Estelle? If you look in the operations room, you could probably find them. What the heck is an operations room? It's a room with a bunch of orbital computers. It's on the 5th floor. We store all kinds of information there for safekeeping. Wow, I didn't even know there was such a place. Then I leave it in your capable hands. Making coffee, fetching stuff. Well played, old man, well played. Alright, let's go find this operations room thingy. To the 5th floor. Wow, check out this place. This has to be the operations room. Hey, you two. I haven't seen you before, so you mind telling me what business you have here? My name's Travis, Senior Engineer and Supervisor. Nice to meet you. We're with the Bracer Guild. We're here at the request of Professor Russell, so if... Professor Russell? He's not in trouble again, is he? Again? You really don't have much faith in him, do you? No, I mean, I realize that he's a genius. He was the one who developed the Capella unit after all. But even being acquainted with him results in no end of trouble. Tita, on the other hand, is an incredibly sweet girl, just an all-around good kid. Yeah, I get what you mean. But I don't think we have time to stand around talking in this case. We need to find where the Central Factory stores its equipment. Oh, is that what this is all about? In that case, go right ahead. I'll show you how it works. This cylindrical device is a type of computer. It's called the Capella. These days, they mostly get used to assist in airship navigation, but this one is equipped for the fastest general-purpose data processing in the world. It can be used for anything, from calculating material density to information retrieval. Now, for information retrieval, you have to use this front panel and select that mode. That will send the signal through the wiring and allow you to access the memory orbment. I'm really surprised Estelle hasn't just cut him off. I feel like this is all way above her head, and she doesn't normally like that. There's a quartz inside that trains a rapid light pulse on it, you see. Then it simply extracts the data you want. So I trust you know how it works now? Yep, no sweat. I'm impressed, Estelle. You're way better with modern technology than I am. Well, that's not true at all. Okay, so I lied. All that stuff went completely over my head. Well, here's the setup. You change the mode with this panel. I'm sure you'll figure it out in no time. Or we'll calculate a Capella system. Owner of maintenance, she's Gustav. Orbment Manufacturing Factory. What is that? The power of orbital energy while it's uncomfortable to ride and very limited in speed. Okay. So this is owned by the maintenance chief, and then this is stored in the Orbment manufacturing factory. Looks like you found what you were looking for. Wow, it's like a magic box or something. Orbital computers are really something. As I understand it, Professor Russell's teacher, Professor Epstein, was responsible for the original concept. But it was Professor Russell's talent that made an idea into reality. If only his presence of mind were on par with his intelligence. Well, Adios isn't one to bestow two blessings on one person. By the way, where can we find the guy who has one of these combustion engine thingies? The maintenance chief, right? Where is he? He's currently overseeing the airfield, so you'd have to go there to speak to him. Also, the gasoline is likely in Orbit manufacturing in the basement. Talk to the staff there, I'm sure they'll be happy to get it for you. Maintenance Chief Gustav is down in the airfield working on a combustion engine, and the gasoline is in the basement Orbit manufacturing facility. Thanks, you've been a big help. Think nothing of it. Let me know if you need anything else. I'm tempted to just like sit and read everything on here. It'll just take a minute. Okay, so on the Septian calendar, 1154, death of Professor C. Epstein in the sovereign state of Lehman. In 1155, Professor A. Russell returns to the Liberal Kingdom. He proposes the spread of Orbment technology to a Chile reception. In 1157, Professor Russell forms a partnership with the Zeiss Clockmakers Union. Together they establish the Zeiss Engineering Factory. In 1160, Edgar III, after an inspection of the factory, donates a large amount of money to further its research. Professor Russell becomes the first factory chief. In 1162, Edgar III dies and Alicia II assumes the throne. In 1164, construction is completed on the Langlade Bridge. 1168, the first orbital-powered airship, the Calatrava, is completed. 39 failed test flights before success was achieved. In 1170, I think we're in like 1204, I don't remember. I know they've said it several times, I just can never remember what year we're in. 1173, the Zeiss Engineering Factory is renamed Zeiss Central Factory and begins sharing technology with the Verne Company and Reinford Company. Reinford Company, I know that one. 1175, the Liberal Orbital Ship Corporation is established and the transmit commuter airship, the Lind, is commissioned. In 1177, transit commuter airship, the Cecilia, is commissioned. 1178, factory airship, the Leibniz, is completed. 1180, Zeiss Central Factory is dismantled and reconstructed at its current site. The partially underground factory in the Chaldia Hills is completed. 1182, Professor Russell resigns from his position as factory chief and is succeeded by Murdoch. 1185, Natural Science and Medical Research Divisions are founded. 1187, the passenger airship Eterna sinks in Calvard waters. Crown Prince Judas dies. This is a lot more history than I was expecting. In 1190, the Orbital Network, a joint venture with the Epstein Foundation, is publicly announced. 1192, outbreak of the 100 Days War, the Central Factory is taken by the Erebonian Army. Professor Russell develops patrol airships at Lyston Fortress, which are used to mount a highly effective counteroffensive and soon become central to the Royal Army. Okay, so we're in 1202 then? Because the 100 Days War was 10 years ago? Yeah, I think that sounds right, because I think Cold Steel is in 1104, and it's just a couple years after this one. It's like 2-3 years later. In 1193, Liberal and Erebonia sign a peace accord. Orbment exports to the Erebonia Empire resume. 1197, version 1.0 of the Capella orbital computer is completed. 1199, development commences on the high-speed cruiser, the Arcee. In 1202, the Arcee is completed and flight tests commence. So yes, we're in 1202. They just started doing the flight tests on the Arcee. This is a lot to read. Orbment, general term for devices that draw orbital energy from septium, invented 50 years ago by Professor C. Epstein. The clockwork mechanism inside causes a reaction between quartz, which in turn produces a variety of different phenomena. The greatest advantages over combustion engines is that the orbital energy within them is gradually restored over time, and the variety of different phenomena they can produce. They are also much more economically efficient. So the actual quartz is an electrical circuit with a crystalline structure made from processed septium fragments. They serve as an energy source but also cause varied phenomena which are only seen when they are placed inside an orbment. And septium is a grouping of 7 gemstones found throughout the continent. Prized as jewels for eons, it was also regarded as a symbol of mystery. The invention of technology to refine and process septium fragments too small to use as jewels, called sepith, and make them into quartz resulted in a massive increase in the importance of septium as a resource across the continent. Orbital ships are commonly regarded as the crowning achievement of orbment technology. Enables the power of flight by combining a flight engine to control gravity and an orbital engine to provide vast amounts of energy. Because of the need for high-efficiency orbital energy transfer and the complexity of controlling the airship, many modern orbital ships are equipped with highly capable orbital arithmetic logic units. Whew. Orbital ships less than 20 arc in length are simply called airships. Any firearm or cannon powered with orbment technology, currently the most common form of military weaponry among many nations. With orbital firearms, energy is focused in a helical path along the barrel down to a tiny point, which then forces a large metal projectile outward at high velocity. These guns can fire more rounds than traditional gunpowder arms and add adjustable levels of force. Orbital cannons, meanwhile, fire shells containing energy which explode on impact. Similar to orbital guns, they have less recoil than gunpowder using cannons, and their power can be similarly adjusted. Tactical orbments are orbments used to manipulate orbital magics, usually no larger than a pocket watch, so its internal workings are extremely minute and elegantly constructed. When quartz designed for tactical orbment use is installed, it improves the abilities of its bearer. When the quartz synchronizes with the bearer, aka the resonance phenomenon, the internal mechanisms take over the otherwise complex process that would be required to use magic, allowing just about anyone to use it in the form of orbital arts. Furthermore, the arts the user is able to use can be changed depending on the combination of quartz inside. Oh, that was a lot. A lot of background information that we already knew most of, but it's still really cool that they include like all of that info in the game. If you pay attention and actually like do everything in this game, you get so much background information, and the world building is just incredible. So that's the archives. Oh, I can still go in the office? I didn't think it would let me. Where is... Is it on the 3rd floor? I'm trying to find the tomatoes again. I want to grab a couple more of those while I'm here. I can't remember which floor it's on. Which floor is it on? 4th, maybe? I don't have the layout of this place yet, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, there it is. Stock up on tomatoes while I can. One more and then I'll stop. It's nice that it respawns. Oh, no, wrong door. kind of guy is he? I tried asking her friends, but they didn't tell me much. I just can't concentrate. Excuse me. What's that? May I help you? Estelle and Joshua explained the task set to them by Professor Russell. You need gasoline? I think we have a tank of it back in storage somewhere. I'll check for you. This is Faye. Got a request down here. We still have that tank of Caliber gasoline there in the warehouse, right? Can you send some down? Yeah, enough to carry. Thanks. They're sending some for you right now. Sending? Holy... There we are. Is this gasoline? So that's what sending is. Neat, isn't it? This conveyor belt system isn't just for ordering goods. It's an entire network that connects the whole facility. Convenient. Professor Russell invented it. Of course he did. Originally, it was just a series of tubes for sending products back and forth. But the professor completely rebuilt the system into something a lot more useful. Of course, getting all of the infrastructure in place was a gigantic pain in the... I can only imagine. We have to be on our way. Thank you for your help. No problem. I don't know what you're using it for, but be careful with that gasoline. It has a tendency to fireball. Cool. Now I just need to go to the airfield. I'm not positive where the airfield is. I don't know if it just means this one over here. That's the landing port. So no, this isn't it. So where's the airfield? I don't know. We've got the gasoline, so now we need to see Maintenance Chief Gustav. The Maintenance Chief is probably at the airship boarding platform. He only comes back to the factory if there's some kind of official business for him. So did I just walk past him? He's on the airship loading platform. Did I literally just walk right past him? Is it this dude? No, it's not. Airship boarding platform. So where would that be? No idea where that is. Might be on the roof, but I'm just gonna ask the guy in operations. Also in charge of the airfield, so you'll find him there. But where's the airfield? I don't know where the airfield is. Nobody is being helpful at the moment. have no idea where the airfield is. Like, none. I don't remember it being on any of the external maps either. Yeah, I wrote it down. It's not helping me right now, though. Okay, so it's not outside of town. It's not at the landing port. It's not part of the factory. Where in the world? It shouldn't be in the tunnel, because this is not an airfield. I feel like such an idiot. Once I find it, I'm gonna be like, wow. But where the hell is the airfield? The only other place to let me go is the landing port. And that's the only thing that makes sense for an airfield, but I genuinely did not see him here. Ugh. Hi, need a flight? The westbound airship just departed a few moments ago. No thank you, we don't need an airship right now. Actually, we need to talk to Gustav, was it? You mean the maintenance chief? He's not here at the moment. What do you mean, not here? He went to Leiston Fortress 2 or 3 days ago. Some kind of repair emergency on a military patrol ship. Leiston Fortress? As in the largest base in the Royal Army? Out by Lake Valeria? Up at the north part of Zeiss? That's a lot of information, Joshua. Wonderful. He won't be coming back from there anytime soon. So what do we do about the professor's request? I don't know anything about that, but the chief is actually on his way back. He just sent word to us. Oh hey, airship! Speak of the devil. So I apparently needed to talk to the dude at the counter. That was all I was missing. I'm irritated now. Speak to the right dude and things will happen. An orange airship? Hold the phone. Since when are public airships orange? No, that doesn't look like a regular public airship. The shape is wrong, and it's got work arms all over it. Now that you mention it, that's the central factory vessel, the Leibniz. It's the same model as the public transports, but it's had several modifications. It's used for large-scale maintenance and transport. Huh, a flying factory. Then the maintenance chief is on that airship? That's right. Now's your chance. You need to talk with him, no? We do. Thanks a lot. Yes, thank you. Son of a... Huh. What do you want? The Leibniz has a mountain of parts stored in her. It's dangerous, so stand clear. Actually, we're looking for someone. Is there a maintenance chief by the name of Gustav on the ship? What do you want with me? Oh, well that's convenient. Ah, you're running errands for Russell, are you? But a combustion engine, huh? Well, you've got good timing, I'll give you that. Huh? Hang on a second. Does he actually have one packed onto this ship? Looks like it. Here you go. It's a heavy beast though, so be careful. You weren't kidding. We can still manage to carry it. You've got some spirit to you for such a young girl. I like it. Thanks. It's a pretty interesting little coincidence. That old fart wants this thing right after I got it back from the military. Huh? From the military? Yeah, this thing was on loan to them for a little while. They were using it for some kind of research. As a matter of fact, I only just got it back today. Huh, lucky for us. What's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. Now that we've got what we need, why don't we take it back to the professor? Sure thing. Thank you, Mr. Maintenance Chief. Sure. Give my regards to the old man. Well, now that we got that out of the way. Stupid Gustav not being there and grumble. I'm actually going to end the video right here, guys. In the next one, we will go turn this stuff into Russell and continue on with our journey. I have a feeling the next story chunk will be a little bit long, so I don't want to get it started on this one. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you next time.